Welcome to another episode of Drums and Stuff. And in the pocket today, we have not Ridwan. We have Wei Lung.
Hey, hi guys.
So Wei Lung, how are you today?
Very good. Never been better actually.
Never been better.
Yeah.
Why?
For
Why
this
is that?
whole year.
Okay. Has COVID been like affecting you in terms of like your teaching or your drumming?
Yeah. For sure, I think it's affected all musicians. So like I've had pockets of time where maybe half of my students or even more than my students, I don't see them for 1 or 2 months.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like this has been happening 3 or 4 times, and then some of the students, right, like because they can't come for lessons during COVID, right, and then they realize that maybe they don't want to continue playing drums, right. Then those people just go like MIA.
Are those
I don't hear from them
your
ever.
anxieties or whether they might continue drums, or is it their anxieties as students?
I'm not sure because like those who just go MIA, right, I really don't hear from them anymore.
Right.
But I don't think so much about it, because like there will always be new students,
That's true.
and like if they don't come back, right, it really just means that they've really come to the decision that there's something else that they would rather do.
Right.
Yeah. I
Speaking
think that
about
could play, but yeah.
students and all, right? Give a brief introduction about yourself, Wei Lung.
So I'm a full-time teacher. I've like completely stopped gigging already because like that's not in my passion. And then the other thing that I really love doing is just making videos, which is like drum covers or like anything educational that I feel would benefit me from just making a video and just sharing about it. Yeah, so these are the 2 things that I do full time now. Whether I'm getting paid for it, right, is a completely different story.
Correct.
Let's warm up with some
Okay,
would you
so
rather questions.
if you guys have watched the video with Jarong, we asked a series of weird questions. So the first one is physical lessons versus online lessons.
Physical lessons.
Who do you prefer? Gavin Harrison or Matt Halpern?
Gavin Harrison.
Oh, that's super fast. He knows his things.
Yes, correct.
He-
Very good.
Doesn't even need to think about it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Very
so
good,
honest,
very
man.
Okay, the last one is, would you rather have a shitty drum throne or a shitty drum pedal?
Shitty drum throne. You know why? I actually played on the worst drum throne ever. This was a gig with Test the Divide. I cannot remember the particular music event, right? The cushion was sinking through the pole.
Ouch.
So the pole was like gradually
You got angled by
yeah,
by a
because like
throne.
I'm freaking sitting on it, right? And like the gig lasted for like 4 or 5 songs. So every song I was like sinking lower and lower because of my weight was switching. And then I had to you freaking get the idea lah. That was the funniest gig experience ever.
And you don't mind that?
No, it's not that I don't mind it. There was no choice. Okay, but like after the second song, right? When it was like I sort of realized, oh, that was what that pressure was. You know, that pressure under me.
So you
so-
rather have a shitty drum tune over a shitty pedal?
Hey, no. What the fuck? No. Sorry. No, I'd rather have no drum pedal than a shitty drum tune.
You rather have
No drum pedal than a
Okay.
shitty drum tune.
Okay, so you prefer
A
like
shitty pedal.
you prefer a shitty pedal
You rather
lah.
have a shitty pedal.
Yeah.
Yes. He does
Okay.
not prefer this and he
No.
did.
What the
Okay,
hell?
okay.
Yeah.
That means
Thanks for
thrones
clearing
must
up.
always be perfect to you.
They must
They
be
have to
good
be,
lah.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
how
otherwise
bad can a
cannot play.
shitty pedal be, right? Even if there's no springs, right, I think it's still possible to play, you know.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
correct.
gotta hit hard enough for it to
No,
rebound.
even if there's no spring, you just turn your floor tom into a bass drum lah. That's all lah. If push comes to shove lah, you can just do that.
Wow,
So-
English!
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
If push comes to shove.
You had it in your notes, right?
No.
Yeah.
So Gavin Harrison versus Matt Halpern.
Gavin Harrison
You chose-
has been my long-time inspiration. I just find for me, right, that the music that I consistently keep returning to, I return to them for a reason. So, like, some of y'all might know that I am quite a Matt Gaska fan, right? Correct?
Yeah.
But I would still rather listen to Gavin Harrison if I'm on my deathbed rather than Matt Gaska. So
Understand.
there's, I don't know, man. Like, maybe there's just something that we really hang on to, right?
Yeah.
Like when we get influenced by our first few drumming heroes or musical heroes.
There was a point of time where Gavin Harrison was my drum hero. So
Oh, nice.
then I ended up buying the K Dark Crashers, is it?
Oh yeah, hey, I did exactly the same thing too.
Yeah, K Dark Crashers. Wow, this Lazarus was on repeat, the song.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so
Yeah, I love
simple,
that
but it
song.
works. And like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly got to Gavin Harrison damn late. Like I don't know why I wasn't exposed to him initially. I was exposed more to Matt Halpern first. Like they are the Periphery's very first few albums.
I would say they are
no.
totally of a different generation, you know, in terms of prog dramas.
Maybe I guess I got into this kind of
later
music later generation. So I didn't get into the like Gavin Harrison's kind of era. Last one, physical lessons versus online lessons.
Physical lessons is just because I enjoy teaching physical lessons like way more than online lessons, such that I actually don't do online lessons anymore. I mean,
but you used to,
I was I was like forced into it because of COVID, like everyone else, right? And I just realized like there are so many limitations, right? That like online lessons for me, right? I'll rather just post videos and get my students to learn from the videos, right? It's way faster, it's way more efficient. So,
that makes sense.
Wait, how do you do online lessons if the student does not have a drum set?
That's why. That's another thing that I didn't like, lah. So like, you know, they have to play on a chair or a table, or it just ends up not really being an online lesson.
I think online lessons work like in America, example, right, where they have their own homes and they're not living in apartments. They have their own drum sets. Sure, it works.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're taking lessons from like some of the top drummers out there. But in Singapore, if you don't have a drum set, not saying it's impossible. It is. If your student is absolutely dedicated, and you know, if a trumpet can do a lot.
Yeah.
Yes,
but it has a huge limitation.
I also feel like the main difference is if you're seeing the same student online for like every single week, right? Then online lessons really like hold some limitations. It's different from if you want to learn from like maybe if you want to learn from Matt Halpern, right? Then you sign up for a 1 hour online masterclass, right? That's different. It's not like every week. You know?
Correct.
So there's that also.
Okay, Wei Lung. So I noticed that there was a point of time where you were doing a lot of Animals as Leaders covers, Porcupine Tree and stuff like that, right? And then there's a huge shift towards doing anime. And my observation was that there was a huge difference in how you felt and how you appeared on screen. You like truly enjoyed doing this.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm getting at is why and what was the reaction and how do you handle all these challenges?
When I first made the switch, right, it was a simple decision. At the same time I stopped doing Patreon, right, that was the time when I was completely burnt out. And then I realized that there is this pattern every year, right? Towards the end of the year, it could be November or December, right? I will confirm be burnt out, where I would like not feel like touching the drum set at all, not feel like making videos, right? And just like stop posting on social media entirely.
Right.
So after like 4 years of that, right, I was like, fuck, this shit has to stop. Because inherently, I'm just watching a lot of anime. I love watching like Netflix a lot, TV shows, right? And then I like listening to a lot of the Japanese music.
Right.
So I was like, hey, actually, why not just like stop listening and playing to prop music already, right? Just listen and play to the stuff that I enjoy. And then I was like, hey, I'm doing this so naturally, right? Like, why don't I do drum covers of this instead?
Right.
And it was also kind of like been a childhood like sort of fantasy to like play dress up as all my favorite like
characters,
anime heroes, right?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I can still do this, right? Yeah. So that was just how it happened, and then it just went on and on and on and on.
Was there even a thought about like, hey, I'm gonna lose like followers or people who has been investing in me?
1000% I felt that pressure, and that was actually the thing that like was stopping me from going on. I could have realized this like 2 years down the road, right? And I could have made a shift there, but it took me 4 years, right? Because like always on the back of my head, right, there's this voice telling me that, hey, you have already built up something quite significant, you know? So like if you're gonna switch, right, then like all these people are gonna be unhappy, right? They are gonna stop watching you, they're gonna unfollow, they're gonna unsubscribe. That's why I still hung on. But the main reason why I hung on for like 4 years, right, is because I thought that I was doing something good and I was helping other people.
Right.
But then I realized, right, that like, hey, why am I putting all this pressure on myself? Like I'm not the only one that's doing this. I might have been the first few people that started doing Animals as Leaders tutorials, right?
Yep.
But now there are so many other people, right, that are also doing the same thing that are way more like way better than me at doing them. So I'm like, yeah, you know, if my followers stop following me, right, I would like recommend them to all these like, hey, yeah, then you know, there's this other YouTuber, there's this other influencers, so I completely like dropped that internal pressure, and now I really cannot care less, right, if people don't like my anime stuff, because I'm not doing it for my existing followers.
Correct.
I'm doing it for maybe someone else who has the same passion, right? And of course, they wouldn't have discovered me then.
And I think ultimately you're doing it for you.
I'm doing it for me also.
Yeah. Because
But
it's what you truly enjoy.
it's what I truly enjoy. Because when I made the switch to anime, right, correct? I started being happy, but then all this pressure came again. When I was like, oh shit, okay, now I've got to keep this going. I'm building this like new audience, right? And then like now and then I would also itch to go back and play progressive music.
Correct.
Then maybe I'll take like 1 month off from like posting anime covers. Then the stupid voice will come again. But like this time, because I've already experienced that, so I guess the internal pressure will always be there, right?
Yeah.
And then all we have to do is just say, get the fuck out.
Yeah. And I think it's amazing how much as musicians or content creators, we put pressure on ourselves to deliver without considering how we really truly feel inside.
The pressure is always coming from within. We thought that actually people, the external people that's watching our videos are the one pressuring us. But actually,
We pressure ourselves.
We pressure ourselves. Like there is actually no real external pressure from people. Maybe there are, but it's not significant enough to make you feel like how you are feeling.
Right.
Usually it's always coming from within.
If I may add on to that, right? Like that's completely true. Most of the pressure that like we all experience is internal, but like there are always external pressures.
Yeah, that's
When I
true.
made the switch, right, I got a lot, I started getting comments like, when is the next Madagascar video?
Oh,
Right,
damn.
yeah. So that was what I was getting at. What was the reaction the viewers had?
Yeah, so like there were reactions where like it's mostly positive lah. Like 8 out of 10 people, right, would like wish me like, oh bro, like I'm so glad you're happier now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're doing what you like, right? And then 2 out of 10 people will come and tell me like, so when is the next Animals as Leaders video?
Can you break down
when
this
is-
pattern from this song
Yeah,
at this timestamp?
can you break? Yeah, where's my Meshuggah video?
Where's my Meshuggah video? No, my God, so entitled.
Yeah. Can you request this? Can I request that? So then I just point them to, hey, there's this other YouTuber. Go.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the David Sparks. Go. If you make the switch like whatever it is, right? People will judge you. Right?
Yeah.
They have
People
to
will hate
lah,
you.
yeah.
People will dislike you. People will unfollow you. But it doesn't matter lah. Like, because like you're doing it, right? Not okay, sure, you're doing it for yourself lah. But like for anyone to want to watch your content, right? Like they are in it for themselves also. They want to get something out of it, right?
Correct.
They want to learn something. They want to be entertained. They want to laugh, right? So I just think now, right? Okay, my anime videos, right? The prop people don't want it, then fine. But like maybe the ones that want to learn anime songs, right? It's for them lah, and they'll be more than happy. Right?
You had this shift between doing prog drumming covers and then now it's to anime. Do you foresee yourself having another shift in the future?
I feel that the only certainty is like nothing is certain.
Right?
So I also think, right, that like we must be allowed to change our minds. And like all the pressures that I was talking earlier about, right? It's because like we aren't free to allow ourselves to change our minds. Like when I want to do anime, I was like, no, I shouldn't change my mind. I should keep doing all this prog shit, right? But I mean, no lah. So can I say I am gonna do anime like next year?
You won't know also.
Probably, but
Yeah.
never with full certainty. I might decide to do like Silk Sonic.
Never know, yeah.
You never know, yeah.
And like it doesn't matter lah. Like whatever comes, right, I'm just gonna embrace it 100%.
Like last time, so I was listening to a lot of like the punk hardcore stuff. But like I think I posted this thing where I'm saying that I don't even know who I am anymore. So as a drummer, like I don't know. I like to listen to metal, but I don't really like to play metal. I like to play metal, but then I listen to a lot of like fusion stuff. I want to play more odd time signatures, but I also listen to K-pop. So I myself like also like trying to find what identity like I should have.
But then
in a
again,
way.
I mean,
do we have to do
Yeah,
that?
correct.
No,
No,
do we have
we
to
don't, we
pack
don't.
ourselves to...
we don't. So like Ridwan says, right? You are not supposed to be anything. You are already you. What?
Yeah.
You already know that like that's all you want, right? This is another pressure and limiter that I've been putting on myself for my content, right? As one who needs to post on social media, right? We have to do it so frequently, right? That's the only way to build reach, right? But then like we put a lot of limiters on ourselves, like. What if I start posting this K-pop song, like out of the blue, right? Like what would people think, right? What if I start talking about cooking? What if I start talking about like crypto trading or
Yeah.
NFTs, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we should like really just like cut all those limiters out, right? Just talk about whatever the fuck you want. And like, I think from the perspective of whoever's following you, right? They will just realize that you are a human being.
Yeah, more than
yeah,
just
yeah.
a drummer.
Yeah,
or
you are not a
Correct.
drummer.
creator.
You are not. Yeah, you are a human
You're a
being.
person, yes.
A person.
And if they
Okay.
want to follow you, right, then like you actually then start to build your real authentic community, right? Who they just love you for exactly who you are. Lor.
Okay, so currently, where are you teaching at?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm only teaching at SG Drum Academy,
Okay,
Yeah.
which is at
which
Excelsior,
is
right?
Excelsior Hotel. Lah.
Mm,
It's like
okay.
Funan.
What has your experience as a teacher been like?
It has actually been the most rewarding thing to me.
Mm.
Correct
like,
answer.
Like out of
We cannot accept any other answers.
Keep
otherwise I
him,
should,
Benny. Keep him.
otherwise I shouldn't be a teacher, right? No, so like rewarding as in I can remember the first time I was a teacher, right?
Yeah.
I was like the worst horrible teacher ever. Lah. I made like a lot of students cry, and I made them like quit.
When was this? In SGDA?
No. No, when I first started teaching, my first few years, I was like a horrible teacher because like I put all the pressures that I put on myself then, right? Like on my students, because like I would think like,
Need to do this.
yeah, you need to do this because this is what I did. You see, this is how I play so fast, right? You want to play so fast, right? You better do this. And then like if they don't practice, I really scold them.
Oh.
And then like I must have caused a lot of students to like lose their passions for drumming. And then I till today, right, I still feel like responsible. Like, oh shit, man.
Or remorseful in
Yeah,
a sense.
who the shit was this guy last time? So like right now I can. That's why I see a shifter. I see a difference, right? And then like that's what makes me feel grateful because like all the students that they consistently come back to me, right? Every day I see them, I'm like smiling, like wow, you are back here because you still want me to teach you, you know?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are,
correct.
You are giving me your
Trust.
Yeah,
Right.
you're giving me your trust. You're giving me your money. You know, your hard-earned money. Your parents are paying for you to come back. So I just feel very grateful. And then like I feel like all the things that I've been saying on this interview, like I need them to get it. I don't care if they don't come for drum classes anymore, right? Like if they can feel like they are allowed to do anything they want to do, right? Like without like external judgment, without internal judgment. Yeah, like just go all in and do it.
Do you
That's
think teaching can be a full-time career?
Yeah, I am treating it as a full-time career. Lah. Even when I'm doing my content, right? I'm not just posting drum covers full stop.
Right.
I always put the transcription below, and then on social media, right, I will like give some tidbits. Then I recently played with the idea of creating educational like a beginner drum lessons, teaching those anime songs. So that's why I always say, right, that I'm a full-time teacher. I teach whatever I do, and I feel like whoever you guys are, right, like it doesn't matter whether you're a pilot, whether you're a cabin crew, right? Like whether you like K-pop, whether you like punk rock, right? Everyone is actually a teacher because as long as you have people looking up to you, right? They could be your students. They could be the people that follow you. They could be people that you come in contact with. They could be even like me, right? I'm learning something constantly from like all of you also. So like I just feel like everybody is a teacher in the like in the grand scheme of things.
It's just a matter of whether you are paid as a teacher.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Because we all share. We all
Correct.
spread knowledge. Talking about payments.
Wow.
Let's segue.
Wow, you are
Yeah.
a full-time
Yeah.
late night host already.
Yeah. I had this conversation with Wei Lung one day. I don't know what spurred that sudden conversation.
I forgot also.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. Then he was talking about how teachers are paid. Okay, maybe not how, like how much they are paid, right? And I think it goes for the same for all three of us. We all teach.
Yes.
I mean, all different schools.
That conversation was because like we were talking about teaching, right? And like how freaking important it is. Like we are shaping anyone that we are touching or sharing with, right? And then like I just feel so uncomfortable knowing, right, that like there are so many of these schools and establishments out there in Singapore that are underpaying their teachers so much.
When you may say underpaying, what are we? Is there a figure that you
Like
can
a figure,
quantify? Yeah.
Like
Like what
Okay.
is
Like a
standard
benchmark
market
figure,
rate?
lah, like a benchmark
Yeah.
figure.
Let's put it out there. What is a standard market rate right now for a teacher?
it should be 50% of like commission, right? Like whatever the student is
School
paying,
fees.
whatever the student is paying to the school, the teacher takes 50%. That's the threshold of my comfort zone. Anything below that, right? I will look at the school and I'll be like, what are you doing? You know?
Like you will question their decisions, why you go below half.
Yeah, and the only thought that comes to my mind constantly is that, oh man, this school, right, or this owner of this school, right, like cares more about
The business.
the business cares more about the money than teaching. Because why I say teaching, right, is if you underpay your teachers, right, they are the people that are actually teaching, isn't it? If that's a way, right, we gotta change it somehow.
Correct. Like who decides that it's half?
Yeah, how do we normalize this? I mean, obviously we don't have like I'm not sure whether we do, but I don't think we have like a union of sorts,
Correct.
to protect musicians or professionals in the art scene. But you know, ironically, right, I believe a lot of business owners themselves were teachers too at one point of time. And I'm pretty sure that the cut they took for themselves is very different to what it is for their own teachers.
Yeah, so like if I know like an owner of this establishment used to be a teacher, right, and they are underpaying like say less than 50%, right? Then I would be even more angry, I think.
I think we all know. Then let's not just say about music teachers, let's talk about normal education, academics, right? In general, I think people will all agree that teachers, certain professions, especially noble ones like teachers and nurses, they all need to be paid more for what they do. Way more than for what they do. Their work it extends beyond than just what is in their teaching time. Right? In the working hours. It goes beyond that.
We're not pinpointing any establishment
at all. Yeah.
Just get that straight
no
first.
Hard feelings.
Yeah, this one is just like an open discussion as to why we feel it's like that lah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's because maybe to them they don't really see as a necessary kind of factor to be paying so much for something that is a hobby that doesn't give you.
I can speculate. If I try to put myself in a business owner's perspective, right, I'm speculating here. Right? The reason why they would pay less to a drum teacher is so that they can funnel back the money into the business and expand and hire more drum teachers. Maybe in their perspective, they're thinking, I pay these teachers less, but I can help more people to become drum teachers. So maybe their good intention is that now I'm giving people more opportunity.
Or more jobs.
More jobs. You cut a bit of here, cut a bit there, but more jobs for everybody. Kind of thing.
But if you have more jobs for everybody, but the satisfaction level for each person isn't as high as if, let's say, you were to pay somebody.
You're talking about financial satisfaction, right?
Yeah, something like that. But financial satisfaction equals to happiness also. In a way. Even though money is not everything, but money is a lot of things. Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
Correct. Must be honest one. That's why we're having this discussion.
We're gonna survive in Singapore after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it transfers to the students because like if those teachers aren't as satisfied, right, then there will be less incentive for them to work extra hard.
Correct.
Or let's say if they are really passionate teachers and they work extra hard and then they keep all their students, right? Like I feel that these people will leave the establishment.
They will burn out faster.
After a while. They will just seek a better place to go with more benefits, with more pay. So like all this that we are talking about, right? It's not like hypothetical or theoretically like could it be happening? Like is it really happening? It's really happening. Like I'm telling you all, right? Because like don't want to pinpoint anybody, right? But I have students who are adults, right? Who are working at other music schools, right? And they tell me they don't feel motivated to work. So there's this particular school, like they kind of encourage their teachers to take like qualifications, be it like rock school, grade 8, go for the diploma, go for the Trinity, right? But then like these students are telling me that like, why should I do that? I need to pay for it myself. They need to pay the qualifications themselves, Oh
my God.
The school doesn't even pay for them, There's one condition where the school pays for them is if they get a distinction. And then there's all this pressure on the teacher already, like, shit, it's good for me to take this qualification, right? But grade 8, it's freaking expensive. And then like, I need to get a distinction for the school to reimburse me. Otherwise, it's coming entirely out of my pocket, right? And then the school is paying me this amount to teach my students only. So why the hell should I do it? I don't think existing owners, right? We can't hope to change the way they do their business, because we also don't understand all the things that they go through.
Yeah, correct.
Maybe one day we'll get somebody here who actually runs a concern.
Yeah, but like all I can tell you is because I am very interested in building my own music school also, but it's gonna be like this 5-year, 10-year plan, right? All I'm gonna say is that when I get there, right, I'm going to pay my teachers the highest amount. Yeah, because like
that you possibly can.
That I possibly can. No, like I won't even say possibly can. Like it can be done, right? If that's how you feel like it. And again, right, this is not hypothetical because I'm very interested in startups and like business and shit, right? So like I do read a lot about the business world, right? And then there's this huge shift in other industries as well.
Yeah.
It's like from the shift to like cap our workers' salaries, right? Let's not pay them unless they perform. If they don't perform, then like we give them a pay cut.
Yeah.
So like there are new businesses springing up all over the world, right? That is proving to you that they can pay way higher than the average salary, right? They keep their workers satisfied. Their workers are so much more loyal to them. Maybe it was Target, maybe it was Costco lah. But they started giving their employees, right, pay raise. They started paying for their insurance, that kind of thing, right? And then what they realized is like those like cashiers, right?
Yep.
They are so happy to go to work.
Yeah.
You know, and then they will stay there. And then when the cashiers are happier, right? Like the customers that come, right? They get greeted warmly. They feel different because the atmosphere is so
Lively,
different.
yeah.
And then the customers will want to keep going back to that particular mart. So it draws in way more customers.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't say possibly, right? It is possible to pay your staff more, right? It's beneficial for your business, lah.
True.
You know, in the long term, no.
Prior to this, I want to say, right, all our thoughts and opinions here expressed are purely ours.
Oh, correct,
Yes.
correct.
It's not on behalf of anybody, and it's just honest, unfiltered opinions.
Correct.
That's all.
Because we like this kind of discussions, and we know that not a lot of people want to tread this territory, so
Because it
we'll do
takes
it for you guys lah.
Yeah, we die lah.
Yeah, we die first. We die for you all lah.
Yeah.
But if
we
you're too
take it.
sensitive, please buy Sensodyne. We have absolutely no malice against any business,
correct.
professionals or whatsoever. You know,
In fact,
just
we also support them.
we try to support each other as much as we can.
Correct.
We want to grow and improve together.
Any last words?
Before we
Not
die.
really, but like these last words are kind of for myself, but also for just like everyone who's still listening at this point.
Yeah.
It is really really important to be happy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that really comes with just allowing yourself to do whatever the fuck you want
Correct.
at any given moment. Don't give a damn about what the voice inside is saying. Don't give a damn about what anyone on social media is saying, right? Like just live for yourself lah. Like you never know what's gonna happen, right? Like you never know. Maybe there's going to be a even more dangerous pandemic, and then your chances are limited already. Then like I think no one regrets the things that they did. They always regret the things that they don't do.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Right? Yeah.
That's deep.
So
which
that's
is true.
all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nice.
In the pocket with Wei Lung.